disrespect to this government, at least till now, yes, they get off the handle once in a while. But there's some measure of freedom, whether you want to quote that freedom. As a person, I tell people that I'm one of their major critics, and to their credit, I mean, they've not made any attempt to gag me. I mean, to my understanding, to my knowledge. But we cannot say because of that, allow some minister to go through the back door and begin to bring repression into the land. And so we shouldn't say because we are not in Zimbabwe at the moment, we should not be mindful of the probability of our entering Zimbabwe. So that's what we are saying. In terms of, if you go comparative, in terms of freedom in Nigeria and some other countries, I'm sure you will laud past governments of Nigeria, some especially since 1999. And that's because Nigeria is a different ballgame. You can't repress the people. Our people are too. We have experience during the military. We tell the despots or growing despots that you can't just, even Abacha in his despotism, Nigerians faced him headlong, and at the end of the day, Nigerians vanquished him. So what we are saying in essence is that we are not in Zimbabwe. We are not in what's the name of this man, Papa and Baby Doc. We are not even in Nassingbe, Yademas, Togo. But at the same time, we should not allow us, to drift into such situations, because if the moment these laws, these bills rather, that Alhaji Lai Mohammed wants to become an act. Once they become an act, then we all become liable. I must tell you that the radio is their target, because radio is widespread. The Babaloja, the Mamaloja, the artisans, the bricklayers, they have access to radio. They listen to radio. Millions of people. If you write anything in a newspaper, in the print, how many people have access to it? How many people watch television? As a person, I can't remember the last time I watched television. But radio, people listen to radio. And so once they are able to bring tyranny, into the administration of radio, we are all complicit. We are all gagged. We are going to get prisoners. That's why I guess people are really bothered, and there have been a lot of criticisms against that move by the government.
Yeah, but Doctor, we have ways of expressing our concerns. I'm saying this because the sponsor of this bill says Nigerians didn't show up to express their opposition to this bill when they were considering, or when they had public hearings concerning this bill, and all of a sudden we're hearing this outrage from Nigerians. Do we take responsibility or do the things that we can to, apart from, calling on the radio stations and expressing anger, do you think that Nigerians take the correct action at the time needed to forestall certain things that they do not want to see? For example, attending a public hearing.
Okay, the details of the bill might not be in the public domain as at the time when they were having that hearing. It was only, I'm sure some people listened to it and alerted the public. I feel that this is not a conclave. It is a bill that is going to, according to them, benefit the Nigerian people. What stops them from publishing it? That these are the amendments we want to make to this NBC Act. Anybody who has any dissension should volunteer it. If they didn't have a negative intention behind the promulgation of that proposed bill,
yes,
So they ought to have publicized it enough so that Nigerians will know, where we were going, and will be able to make interventions appropriately.
As we wrap up, what would you consider a compromise in this situation? Should the lawmakers go ahead to pass this? Do you see a compromise? What would you want to see? That they remove the sections, that they shelve the bill? What would you want to see as, a amicable, dissolution to this issue?
Yeah, the amicable resolution is for the minister to remove all those sections. The lawmaker right now is being put on the spot, and I'm sure that if Nigerians are outraged enough, for instance, if the constituents of the lawmaker who is putting this bill. Hello?
Yes, I can hear you.
Hello?
Yes, we're here. We're hearing you.
Hello?
Yes, doctor, you're live. Uh-oh. Hello? Oh, okay. So sorry about that. Seems like we lost Dr. Festus Adida there. I don't know if we can get him back. I know I have to get on a commercial break. And all right, let's take this commercial break then. When we come back, we'll continue. Don't go away.
Nightmares for maize farmers in Nigeria is the prevalence of troublesome pests called fall armyworm. These pests can destroy a maize farm in just days, and farmers have been searching for a good means to fight back. Belt Expert and Decis are two insecticides developed by Bayer to help farmers attack and prevent occurrence of fall armyworm on maize farm. Belt Expert systematically prevent the pest from attacking the maize crop, while Decis kills it with a fast knockdown contact effect. Get both product and you'll be rest assured of adequate control of fall armyworm. Bayer, science for a better life.
Give malaria a double punch of artesunate and amodiaquine. An effective combination that Camosunator. There's anti-malaria therapy. And you will bounce back to life. Comes in 3 different packs for different age groups. Below 1 year, 1 to 6 years, 7 to 13 years. That's Camosunator.
Camosunate, effective anti-malarial for all ages. Marketed by Genesis Pharmaceuticals Limited. If symptoms persist after 3 days, please see your doctor. Read the leaflets inside.
Different days, different roads. All not to hammer. Keep going and spice up your hustle.
Introducing the new Gala Spicy. It's big, meaty, tasty, with that special Niger spicy flavor. Try it today. Available for 100 Naira only. Gala Spicy. Spice up your hustle.
Olúwa yóò ṣohun gbogbo tó fẹ́ o, àṣẹ ń bẹ lẹ́nu wòlíì rẹ̀, Prọfẹ̀sà Òjó, ọmọ lójú Jésù.
Ìsọjí orí afẹ́fẹ́ ti dé. Gbogbo wa ká máa kíra wa kú oríire. Bí Olúwa ti ń bẹ tí ẹ̀mí rẹ̀ wá. Ọgbọ̀n ìṣẹ́jú ọ̀tọ̀ọ̀tọ̀ ni wòlíì Ọlọ́run Prọfẹ̀sà Òjó, ọmọ lójú Jésù, bàbá Ṣẹ́gẹ̀dógó. Tó fi máa wàásù gbàdúrà fún gbogbo ènìyàn láti túnde jáde. Mú wa wọnú ògo titun pẹ̀lú ìfàmì òróró yàn tún wòlíì Ọlọ́run aláyé. Prọfẹ̀sà Òjó, ọmọ lójú Jésù, bàbá Ṣẹ́gẹ̀dógó. Lórí ìkànnì yìí Splash 105.5 FM. Láàrin aago mẹ́wàá alẹ́ sí aago mẹ́wàá àbọ̀ alẹ́ lójoojúmọ́. Gbogbo ìgbòkègbodò rẹ látàárọ̀ gbọ́dọ̀ yọrí sí rere. Èṣù ò gbọ́dọ̀ gba eré ọwọ́ rẹ dànù. Ó ṣe pàtàkì kó wà nínú ẹ̀mí. Láago mẹ́wàá alẹ́ pẹ̀lú wòlíì Ọlọ́run tí náà ẹ̀mí mímọ́ jó bulabula nínú ẹ̀. Prọfẹ̀sà Òjó, ọmọ lójú Jésù. Ó di dandan kó o ní testimony. Tó o bá ti ń gbọ́ gbà bẹ́ẹ̀. Jésù lolúwa.
Did you know chronic stress from work or lifestyle habits may result in fatigue, headaches, and pains? Stress reduces the body's ability to fight diseases, leaving you vulnerable. Your day will be much better knowing you have the right immune support to help you combat symptoms of stress. Immune Active is a premium blend of high-strength vitamin C, zinc, and selenium that helps prevent recurring diseases, improves skin radiance, and boosts confidence. Activate your immune system today with Immune Active. Available at any leading pharmacy store near you and online at oaklifevitamins.com.
àti kékeré lọmọ mi ti ní ìran láti di ìlú mọ̀ká. Ojúṣe mi sì ni láti ràn lọ́wọ́ kí ìran rẹ̀ wá sí ìmúṣẹ. Ìdí nìyí tí ó di àjẹsára rẹ̀ gbọ́dọ̀ dúró digbí kó lè gbé àwọn ìgbésẹ̀ títí tẹ́sẹ̀ rẹ̀ yóò fi múlẹ̀.
Ìràwọ̀ òṣèré wa tó kàn ní oníjó ballerino.
Mo ń fún ọmọ mi ní Vita lójoojúmọ́ tó ní iron, zinc àti vitamin C tó sì ń ran odi àjẹsára rẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ tó tún fún un ní okun láti mú kí ìran rẹ̀ wá sí ìmúṣẹ. Vita, okun láti ní ìran.
Well, thank you so much for staying with us. You're listening to Splash 105.5 FM. I still have Dr. Festus Adidai on the line. Please go ahead, sir. Sorry for the interruption earlier.
Yes, I said that the Nigerians, if they get sufficiently bothered about what is happening, have the power to ensure that the minister or the sponsor of the bill removes those offending sections from the bill. As I told you earlier, there are some other very positive aspects of the bill which must be sustained, like the training of media practitioners and all that. Don't also forget that we did talk about the effort that the government is also making to amend the press council law,
yes.
And people are saying that this is, they borrowed it from the repression of the media in India. And so those things give us, they set an alarm. And they alert Nigerians to the fact that this government wants to criminalize the usage of the press to express the freedom of speech of Nigerians. So once the sponsor of the bill removes those the offending sections,
yes.
I'm sure Nigerians won't have any problem with the NBC. The NBC is central to freedom of expression in Nigeria. As I told you, look at what happened when Twitter removed the genocidal tweets of the president. And, all these things just started coming in a rush. You had the minister, the Attorney General of the Federation, saying that anybody who uses Twitter, will be penalized, will be sanctioned. And you also have the NBC immediately saying that broadcast stations should not
deactivate their Twitter handles.
So
yes.
you could see that the government, although it is aware of the fact that Nigerians are not easy meal in terms of canvassing their opinions, they want to bring through the back door, a guardian or a censor of the media. And they also know that a huge number of people use the social media to ventilate their grievances against the government. So those are the issues at stake, and Nigerians must ensure that we do not allow this government to succeed in this attempt.
Yeah, permit me to squeeze in this last question and ask you to analyze the media in Nigeria. Do you think that we're, as some people have accused the media of doing, that some of us encourage divisive statements and comments and actions against the government, things that have spurred people on to, as we see in some cases, seek secession? Do you think that is the fault of the media in the way that the media has run its business, and perhaps that this is what the government is trying to control?
Yeah, I will refer you to a piece I did. I think it was late last year when a fellow journalist Kadaria Ahmed alleged that we were leading Nigeria to war. That as a colleague in the media, we're leading Nigeria to war. On account of what we say and what we write. And I disagreed with her. I'm saying that is the media, the Buhari, who kept mute when Ibadan was on fire? Was it the media that created Sheikh Gumi, who is the government amicus curiae now, and is a friend of government and a friend of the bandits? Was it the media that, or should the media not report the hundreds of people that are being killed in the Northwest? Should the media not report the fact that we do not see the state, the coercion of the state? The state is powerful. And one of the things that distinguishes the state from...
Hello? Hello, doctor, are you there? Hello, Dr. Festus. Your line is live. For the second time running, we seem to have lost the connection there with Dr. Festus Adedayo, and he was smack in the middle of trying to answer a question. I will see if I can get across to him again so we can wrap up this conversation. And then I open the phone lines and take your comments. That, of course, will be after...
The customer you're calling is busy.
Okay. You were not supposed to hear that. Okay, so let's see if we can try to get Doctor back on the line as quickly as we can. Let's see. Well, you're listening to Splash 105.5 FM. Still trying to get across to Dr. Festus Adedayo so we can wrap up the conversation. In case you've just joined us, we've been talking about the NBC and MPC bill that was presented on the floor of the House of Representatives by Honorable Odebumi, and that has been criticized by a lot of Nigerians as an attempt to gag the media, especially the parts that say gives the Minister of Information a lot more power, more than the board that ordinarily controls these two bodies. And also another part is the part where the NBC is supposed to supervise over online medium as it does with television and radio stations. And people have called that draconian. They've said there's no need for that. They've said that government just is trying to stifle free speech and the media's ability to bring the truth to the people. And I've been having this conversation with Dr. Adedayo, who had an article, I think, on the 25th of June concerning this issue. You should go check it out, by the way. I found it entertaining and enlightening, and it just might be the same for you. So you'll get a lot more perspective on his position as far as this matter is concerned on that article. For some reason, it's really been more difficult for me to connect. I'm hoping that I can get to do that in time before Doctor goes for his appointment, because I know I'm keeping him away from that. But let's throw open the phone lines. I have about 10 minutes to wrap up this show and hear from you, really. What do you think concerning this proposed bill by the National Assembly? What's your position on this? Would you support it or not? 0809 155 1055, 0805 8699. Okay, that's 0805 8699 8678. I don't know what's wrong with my eyes at this moment. Please forgive me. Okay, so let's try to connect this. Hello?
Hello, Chacha. Good morning. This is Eze.
Hi, Eze. Good morning. Welcome to the show.
Yes, I want to ask, is there any policy of this administration for me, that have been beneficial right from inception. Done. Each time they talk about infrastructure, talk about the rail. Is it just the rail alone? But they want to defend the government, they talk about rail. This bill, when the additional came out to say the government is not, is Lai Mohammed not part of the government?
So here's the thing, Izzy. It wasn't Lai Mohammed who sponsored the bill. Lai Mohammed went to National Assembly to advise them to add certain provisions to the bill. But the bill originated from a member representing, I think, Ogolua Surulere constituency here in Oyo State. So really, it's not the federal government behind it. It is a member of the House of Representatives.
Yes, the member. The member not an
Yes, he is. But there's no saying that it was the government that told him to present the bill. Now we can't say that because we don't know that.
Well, let's leave it aside. But it's an APC member. Our party affiliation is very strong in Nigeria. I would not overlook that. But not really. These bills should have been tabled out, like Journalist said. Let it be transparency. Because when I look back to 1983 to 1995, people started playing all those things. We have the same thing at the end. How do you separate that? With the ban on Twitter, with the NBC coming up with policies, to that these are loopholes that tells us that this government probably doesn't want the media to act independently.
Okay.
As a portion of the landscape. I mean, it's not working at all. Let them make it transparent for that we respect us. Let them see what we need to see.
All right.
And let's have a conference before we now make it a law at the end of the day.
All right, Izzy.
Thank you.
Thank you for always. You didn't say it straight up, but I could tell that you have no love for that bill whatsoever. Thank you so much. Totally appreciate your contribution this morning.
Yeah,
hello.
good morning, Tata.
Hi, good morning, Ahmed.
Yeah, good morning.
Yes, I can hear you. Go ahead.
I can hear you.
Oh my God. So sorry about that. I could hear you. Your line was loud and clear. But try to call us again. 0809 155 1055, 0805 699 8678, or 070 6949 3000. Those are the numbers to call. Make your contribution. Is this a good move by the government? If you think it's not, what are your reservations? Good morning.
Good morning. Comrade, the mother for you.
Comrade, good to have you.
This government is not public friendly because they are only suspicious about with the public. The same thing is going to electoral on that they are working to stop transmission of election results online, which is not good. And the popularity of APC is getting, they are getting unpopular. So they do everything to make sure that they silence the masses. So it's not good for us. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Comrade Sajo Imodagwe, for your comments and for always keeping it brief. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Chacha.
Okay. Ahmed, you're loud and clear. Please go ahead.
I think a lot of us know that this government doesn't really want people to talk about their plans ahead of Nigerians. Every we look for a way of targeting the media. I think they just started. It's just the beginning for them. They are still going to do a lot of things that is beyond friendly to Nigerian masses. And I think most Nigerians does not really in support of this bill. I, in particular, am not in support of this. And it's a way of, stopping people from talking about this president, the government, criticizing them. We don't want that. They are doing everything possible to, I think they're just trying to follow the footsteps of Ugandan president in order to stop masses from speaking against the present government. Nigeria in Tyson will support this bill. Dr. Professor Adidayo has spoken well, but for me, I'm not really in support of this bill.
All right.
To just protect us from this evil government. Have a good day.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Ahmed. Another Nigerian who doesn't have any confidence in this move to present the bill. Well, the Nigerian Guild of Editors also is not in support. This would be obvious. They say they're not in support of the bill and that they are not a political opponent or an enemy of the federal government. According to the Guild, many of the attacks on the media by political elites are designed to bully media organizations. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, so that's this is once again.
Okay. Yes.
Now you are in power, and you promulgate a law, and later you leave that position. You leave that position to somebody else coming in. Are you thinking that you'll be there forever? I mean, why are you doing like this?
Okay.
And at the end, when you come out of that position, you put yourself into the trap of that same law. You will be free. Oh my God.
Is be coming down, okay? We'll all be fine. But thank you so much for calling. All right, so I was reading to you the position of the Guild of Editors, who say that this move by the government and other attacks by political elites are designed to bully media organizations. The NGE, in a statement by its president and the Secretary General, was reacting to what it described as draconian provisions in the two bills to amend the Nigeria Press Council Act and the National Broadcasting Commission Act, currently before the National Assembly. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Hi, good morning. You're welcome.
My name is Ibrahim. I'm calling from Oluyole.
All right, well, glad to have you, Ibrahim. Please go ahead with your comments.
Okay, so the deal as it is now.
Mm-hmm.
Now, let me say that I like the fact that you try to educate your callers. That's what differentiates you between other journalists and you. Now, the bill as it is in the second reading. They've not done public hearing. I'm a journalist. So what we should do is to mobilize to the public hearing, where we'll be able to check those bills clause by clause and then make our position known to the lawmakers.
Okay.
For me, there are lots of good in that bill. So, for instance, now, what about the APCON, who collect money on behalf of radio stations and do not remit it? What about radios? What about media organizations who do not pay their staff regularly? They are being compelled in this bill. What about saying that there should be a code for you to be able to publish, so that don't just publish rubbish? But I understand the fears of the people, because everything that is coming from government will always be suspicious because of their history.
Mm-hmm.
However, we should be careful. It's not some people are even talking, they've not even seen this bill, they don't even know the content.
Mm-hmm.
That is just the truth. I'm neither for or against, but I'm saying that the bill is in a public reading session.
Mm-hmm.
Let us get a copy of this bill, go through it, whatever we have against it, then it will be presented at the National Assembly. The Honorable said it on the radio station yesterday that if the masses do not want it, that kills it. If they want this amended, that's fine.
All right.
But for me, I've read the bill and I know that there are several sections that are very good about the bill.
All right, Ibrahim, thank you very much. I'm all out of time for this morning and I have to go. I mean, my guest, Dr. Festus Adideye, said that much. He said there are other aspects of the bill that are fantastic, but those two aspects about, basically having a lot of control, more control than they already have over not just the existing terrestrial television and radio stations, but online mediums is what is the problem. So no doubt about it. And by the way, I tried to find a copy of that bill online. It was hard. At the end of the day, I couldn't even find it. That means it's not as accessible or available as you're suggesting. But thank you very much. Always appreciate all the comments and contributions. That's our show for today. Many, many thanks to my guest for this morning, Dr. Festus Adideye. Apologies for the way that ended. Thank you for sparing us the time. We totally appreciate it. And to you too, the listeners, the callers, we appreciate you as always. Thank you for making this your home. Tiffin Tedo comes up at 9. At 10, I'll be back for Business Splash. Enjoy your morning. Keep it locked on Splash 105.5 FM. My name is Charity Jerome.
Splash FM 105.5.
gbogbo ilé yìí pàápàá.
ọ̀rẹ́ kí ló ṣe ọ́ tó ń fapá jánu.
koríko ló kún oko pákí àtàgbàdo mi yìí bí mo ṣe ń tu koríko kan bí ìgbà tí méjì tún wù padà ní.